The four pillars of patentability. Hey everybody, I'm JD Houvener, owner, founder, and patent attorney. And welcome to our page here. This is about the four patent pillars. You must need these four things to hold up your patent. So let's go through the first one. We'll break all four of them down here. First one is called novelty, as you'll see below. Novelty simply means new, first of its kind. I know that sounds relatively straightforward, but the truth is it has to be the first of its kind in the world, meaning you have to invent something new. That may not surprise you. And the examiners will do their work. Trust me, they've got lots of history, lots of experience in your specific industry. They have examiners that are designated to each different type of technology and industry background. So they're going to look at any patents that have been issued, even applications that have been published, and yes, even what's called prior art, meaning publications, information, books, online articles, anything available to someone like you, an inventor in the field. So that's this first pillar called novelty. You must have a new invention. The second pillar, this is non-obviousness. So even if it is brand new and you cross that first pillar, you got that first one up, the second one means it can't be so close to one other that's similar to it. Meaning you can't have something that's an obvious version or something that you could have tested, a known variable that maybe just no one's actually done yet, but you've gone ahead and iterated it. If it's a simple, easy, sort of a forecastable evolution of a previous patent or publication or prior art, the examiner will cite that and you will not be not be given a patent. So that's number two. It must be non-obvious. It cannot be an obvious version of another piece of prior art. So that's pillar two, new, non-obvious, and has to have utility. This one usually is not a big problem. Most inventions have functionality, benefits, reasons for their existing to perform better, right? It's help you achieve faster, stronger, move things quicker, do more. But if there's no actual tangible benefit, no utility in current present day, it will fall flat. And so you have to be able to show that it does benefit, does have some functionality that can be applied using today's technology. That's pillar three. The last pillar is eligibility. And this one can trip up, especially those that are non-tangible. I'm talking about software, methods, processes. Those types of inventions, while eligible, can sometimes fall into the abstract idea notion. And a lot of judges have been striking down these patents since the famous case about 10, 12 years ago called Alice versus CLS Bank. And so making sure you're clear about whether your invention might be at risk for becoming what's called an abstract, meaning it doesn't actually have anything technological. It's merely just a series of steps like human activity or natural phenomenon. Those things are not patent eligible. So the fourth pillar will fail. So those are the four big pillars. Again, you've got to have a new invention that's not an obvious version of something that's come before it, that has a real benefit and utility, and is eligible, meaning it is a machine, process, article of manufacture, and or a system of processes. Those are the eligibility rules under the pillar number four. All right, four pillars for you. Hope you have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, please book a free discovery call below. Let us help you understand patent law better one day at a time. We're here for you, the Bold Inventor team. All right, everybody, I challenge you to go big and go bold.